All right, Coach, just your overall takeaways from this match tonight.
Disappointed in the result, but again, it's another game where I think we create enough opportunities to score multiple goals. 2 mistakes defensively, and we knew that they were going to be really sharp in their attacking transition. So disappointed, and I think that the boys are disappointed because these games that we're dropping points, we don't ever feel as if they're games that we shouldn't win, which I guess is a good thing, but we've got to figure that out.
Yeah, and kind of touched on a little bit there. What are some of the positives you could maybe take away from a game like this?
Well, first and foremost, Chase and Brad get minutes, which is, again, the priority for the second team. It's to make sure that we are helping the first team win games. And, obviously they've had a massively condensed schedule. Those guys need minutes, and it's something that we embrace. We need to give them the ability to be fit and be prepared to step up and win a game when their opportunity comes with the first team. So I think that's a real positive. I think another positive is, the guys that have been with us, that have been on the bench with the first team, they stepped in. You look at Brooklyn Reigns, he puts a shift in and he's coming off because he can't go anymore, which is what we want to be able to do. I didn't think that we ever became frustrated with the fact that we hadn't scored any goals. We fought until the very end. And overall, I mean, we got Talen and Sebastian Rodriguez in to play in a game like that. And, Tate had an opportunity. Sebastian, this is what you want for these guys. He was good in moments, and he had moments where he wasn't great, which is the best thing for a 15-year-old kid to have. And the fact of the matter is they deserve to be on the field. They have been training at a level that has put them in a position to be those first substitutions off the bench. So when I think back of what I'm proud of is that those guys are fighting to be not only starting, but to be the first off the bench.
Yep. And this last one here, what are your expectations and preparation for the upcoming back-to-back road trip here at Tacoma and then at Austin?
Yeah, look, every game we want to go out and win. So, the preparation for us starts tomorrow. Obviously, there'll be a lot of dialogue with the guys on some of the things that we can improve, but some of the things that we're also very good at. So, Tacoma is not an easy trip for us. It's going to be great that we're playing after the first team. We'll get to be there with them. But it's the same as every week. We want to be competitive in every game, and I have to give credit to the guys. There has not been a game that we've played this year that we haven't been competitive. We haven't deserved more than maybe we got in some of these games, and it's the beautiful thing about this game is you can play really well like last week and not get a result, and you can have a game like today where maybe a draw is more reasonable and not get any points. So it's all the learning curve.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Talen, just your overall takeaways from that result against San Jose Earthquakes today.
Yeah, man, it was a bit frustrating. I think we definitely had the better chances. I think we definitely feel as if we should have came away with a result, at least a tie. But as I was saying before, there's been too many games where we've done this. There's been too many games where we've been the better team. We've had much more of the ball. We've had better chances, and we lose 1-0. We lose 2-1. We're not tight defensively, and so I think we can tighten up everywhere. I think everybody can do a better job. We're gonna have to play much better games to win games because right now we're playing good games, but teams are just parking the bus and then trying to counter on us, and so got to be cleaner everywhere.
Yeah, that being said, there's all different facets of the game. So what are some maybe the positives you can take away from a game like this?
Yeah, man, there's so many positives, and I say negatives at first just because my head goes to negatives and what we can work on, not necessarily what's terrible, but what we can do better. And positives is we kept the ball a good span of the time against a good team who likes to keep the ball as well. San Jose is a very good opponent. They have a lot of good players, and they have a lot of good ball players too. So the fact that we kept the ball majority of the game and we put them in hard spots and we turned them over in really good areas, man, that was really good. When our press was good, it was really good. When we built up, it was really good. We had no problem going from center back to our forward, and that was really good. And to be fair, we kept them out we didn't give them many chances. You know, like they scored 2, and I think they only had 2 shots in the first half. And they scored them, and in the second half we blocked a bunch, and I think they had 1 shot on target in the second half. So, yeah, a lot of good takeaways, but still can tighten up.
Yeah, man, this last one here, what are some of the benefits as you develop as a pro, as playing alongside some MLS veterans like Tarbell, Smith, Gasper, especially at the back? I know you've got some first-team minutes in the Cup this year as well, so how does that help you playing alongside those guys?
Man, it helps a bunch, and, you know, I try to be super... I try to be like a sponge, right? Like, these guys have played many minutes. Brad Smith playing in the Premier League, Chase been in MLS for a while. Andrew Tarbell been in the MLS for a while. Like, all these guys have been there and done it. And so I try to be a sponge, but also, man, I try to play my game. Like, you know, they made their way playing their game, and I try to play my game as well, while also listening and taking advice and doing stuff like that. But I really appreciate, you know, just how much they come down and they work for us. And, you know, because a lot of other guys would come down and just be like, man, I'm just here to get some minutes. I'm here to do my thing. But they really take account for the team, and they really give it their all. And I really appreciate them a bunch. And they're such good players, man, you know, and I think that they help us out a bunch. It's just getting that team cohesion together. And, you know, I got to be more of a sponge with them. So,
yeah, absolutely. All right, thank